All right, let's bring Jacob on screen. Jacob, are you hearing us? Are you seeing us?
I'm hearing you. I'm seeing you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to turn up your audio there. Man, it's so good to have you here. Thank you so much. I mean, if I had to pick one bucket pool to do from the last episode, it definitely would have been you, bro. So thank you so much for coming on our show. I got a lot of questions for you. I know, Jack, you got a lot of questions too, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all about his mom, but it's okay.
Yeah. We're going to try not to talk about your mom too much tonight, but we got a lot of mom questions. We were just talking about our moms earlier on this show. So it's a big mom episode, you know?
Awesome. Yeah,
So-
I'm down for whatever questions y'all got.
So first things first, where are you tuned in from right now?
I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area right now, specifically Denton, Texas, just north of Dallas and Fort Worth.
Very cool.
I'm outside of an open mic currently. Yeah,
Awesome, man. So you're always working, dude. You're always working.
yeah, I stay busy.
And something I noticed from your set on Kill Tony is you didn't have many nerves. So you've been on stage a couple times. That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I've been doing it for a little over 3 years now.
Over 3 years. Yep. I got it right here in my notes. 3 years of stand-up. You're from, said you're from Dallas, Texas, but you do a lot of work in Fort Worth. You actually have a show that you put on and produce in Fort Worth, right?
Yeah, I have a few shows I produce in Fort Worth. So I say Dallas because it's one of those things where, like, I'm not from Dallas proper. I'm not from Fort Worth proper. I'm from suburbs in between. So it's just easier to say Dallas.
Yeah, you got a show and it's called Kickback Comedy in Fort Worth, and it looks pretty successful. They got over 1,000 followers on Instagram. Looking pretty good, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, we've been running that since February of this year. We're doing it every other month at the new comedy club in Fort Worth, Big Laugh. Actually, wearing the shirt right now.
Nice, man.
Coincidentally.
And of course, guys, if you
but
want
yeah.
to check it out, you can look him up on Instagram, Jacob Marshall Comedy, and he's got a bunch of links to the shows that he produces and everything. It's pretty cool. Make sure you go check it out.
Yeah.
All right, man. I got a couple questions. You want to open it up, Jack?
No, that's fine. You can go ahead. Or I mean, I noticed your joke was actually exactly 1 minute. How many times had you rehearsed it? That one. Were you ready for that one specifically to be your joke?
That joke is actually a much longer bit. I had another joke planned, but couldn't get the timing right. Like I was going to end up being done at like 45, 50 seconds. And I was like, I don't want to go short. So I knew that joke ended at like a punchline at the minute mark. So yeah, and to answer your question, yes, I've done that joke a ton of times. That joke's my closer.
Nice.
But in full, that's like about a 2 minute bit.
Yeah, I saw that it was on your Instagram too, so it must be a favorite of yours. And Tony did say, what did he say at the end of it? Tony was like, man, the joke was all right. He told you you didn't do as much as you could have with it. Have you punched it up since the show?
Yeah, I definitely have improved it a little bit. And it hurt when he said that because he was exactly right. I mean, there's another minute to that joke.
I mean, I thought it was
dive
pretty
deeper
good.
into the premise.
Yeah, but he did say,
I
what did he say?
appreciate it.
He said, the joke was okay, but you didn't really take it as far as you could and didn't really take any chances. I don't know what kind of chances you were supposed to take with that joke, but maybe you punched it
Yeah.
up a little bit since then, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what, I don't know, like if you watch it, you can see it kind of cuts me for a second. And I'm just like nodding my head like, yeah, you're right, 100%. Like that joke is a longer bit and I was stupid and was like, I'm just going to do the first half. And yeah, it's a bad strategic decision, but
Well, the first thing
Still fun.
Sam Talent said was good work. So he liked it. He looked you right
Yeah.
in the eye and said, good work.
yeah, absolutely. That was cool to hear from Sam too, because
Yeah.
I really respect Sam as a comic. So
Jack, what do you think about that?
Yeah. I don't like Sam that much, but I mean, it was really nice of him to treat you like that one. But when
He
he
was
asked you
nice.
for your name first, too, he's a proper gentleman.
yeah, definitely. And I mean, he was a proper gentleman, and then we got into the interview, and
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he really got out of pocket with that interview with a couple comments. I was kind of scratching my head like, why did he even say that?
Yeah. Don't let him talk about your mother that way. Man.
Yeah.
it was all jokes.
We
It was
were
all
raised
jokes.
right. We're going to be
It was all
very
good.
respectful on this interview. You got nothing to worry about with us, okay? Nothing to worry about. But we are going to talk about your mom a little bit. You got, what's her name?
Yeah, let's do
Dalee?
it.
Her name is Dalee?
Delete, yeah.
Dalee, I mean, absolutely incredible what the Kill Tony platform and the JRE platform has done for this woman.
Yeah.
Like, I think she started out 62 followers, currently 45,000 followers.
Yeah, it's nuts.
How
She is
jealous
losing her
are
mind.
you? How jealous are you on a scale of 0 to 10?
Honestly, like jealous, I don't think is the right word. Like I am genuinely excited for my mom. Like this is like a really cool thing for her. And myself and my brother have been trying so hard to like arm her to be able to like use that following to like be successful. A little difficult teaching a 54-year-old how to use Instagram, but
she looks
we're
like she's doing
working
pretty
on
good.
it. It's still not great, but we're working on it.
She looks very grateful. She actually had a video that she posted. Check this out right here. I'm sure you've seen it.
Huge shout out to Sam, Ari, Tony, and Red Band of the Kill Tony show for their amazing performance last night. I could not stop laughing. Oh my gosh, it was so hysterical. You guys are so talented, and a special thank you to my son.
There we go.
I think you did an incredible job.
Yeah, you got the shout out too. You got the shout out for the son. I mean, you really hooked her up. You're basically her manager at this point, right?
Yeah, right. You need a percentage.
Oh yeah, I turned you down. My bad. Let me turn you back up. There we go.
Oh no, I was saying, yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Like, here's the deal. Like going into Kill Tony, like I knew I was going to talk about my mom in the interview because I'm like, this is something nobody else is talking about on Kill Tony. This is like a super, what's the word? Like it's unique. It's a unique situation that there's so much to do with and to make funny. So I knew that going into it. Did I ever expect it to result in 45,000 new followers for my mom? No.
Incredible.
No expectation.
Because not only were you on Kill Tony, I mean, Sam Talent brought you up on the great JRE. Even Jamie was talking about it. Jamie literally says, that's her new single, Kissing Frogs. He barely says anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, it really went up 45,000 followers. And then on Spotify, she is up to 17,500 monthly listeners. Now, I'm a professional musician. I have 85 monthly listeners. I'm super jealous. I'm trying to get that kind of push.
I'm so
you know
sorry.
what I mean? I got to move to Nashville, though. Start kissing some frogs.
If I get on Kill Tony again, I'll shout y'all out and say.
That'd be great. Yeah, say DJ KP's got a new single. Yeah, he'll love that. Tony will love that. But yeah, man, really, really loved your. I thought your set was nice. I did like the Apple Watch joke.
Man.
You know, that was like a good story more than like a joke. But either way, it made me laugh. And
Thanks,
it seemed like you kind of, I don't know. The feeling I was getting was you kind of were hating on your mom a little bit. Everything good there, or you didn't want her to get success, kind of thing.
Yeah, everything's good. I mean, the honest thing behind how I feel about my mom is like, absolutely, like it is a little bit embarrassing that like my 54-year-old mother is releasing country music. Like, it's a little like my friends found it. They were like, what is your mom doing? Like, so
That's
it is a
all
little
fun,
bit embarrassing, but at the end of the, yeah, it's fun. And at the end of the day, like I am supportive. I kind of knew going into Kill Tony, like if I went on there and brought it up in a way of like, yeah, it's like really cool what my mom's doing, that wouldn't have been funny. You know, like what's the funniest thing I can do in that moment is kind of being like I hate this and I'm super embarrassed that it's happening. Like,
That's
so
smart.
I leaned, I am breaking the fourth wall a little bit on that, but definitely I was leaning into like what I thought would be the funniest reaction for the interview.
Yeah, you being a big cheerleader for your mom would have been the lamest thing ever. Yeah, good thing you kind of reluctancy is way funnier. So yeah, good idea, bro. Really good idea there.
Yeah, and most people suck at the interview, so like so that's a good way to keep it funny.
Mm-hmm. Like I would have been nervous on Kill Tony. I don't know how some people do it, but yeah, you got a good stage presence. And one more thing about your mom, you said that she uses Chat GPT to write. They didn't really touch that during their interview. I want to get into that. Does she really be using Chat GPT and cheating like that?
It's up in the air now. I said it on the podcast. So, okay, nice. I was never told directly from her that she does. I was told by my siblings that she told them she does. And the story was that she writes her music, but she doesn't know how to write in a song structure. So then she'd plug the lyrics into Chat GPT and that would structure it into a song format. She has since told all of us that she never said that and that she uses Chat GPT for marketing, not for her music. So,
all right, official.
That's the official statement from the camp of Dali there.
From Dali official.
I genuinely do not know. No further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, that was from CMT that actually sent us that one to ask.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because those country fans, they want it done right. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also, does she appreciate the support? Like, is she really on cloud 9 right now? Like, has she gotten any harassment online?
Well, I mean, if you've read the comments, it's gross.
Yeah, I bet.
It's
yeah.
I think it's unfortunately for her, it's not music fans following her. It's a bunch of horny old men.
Red band.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Red Band. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 45,000 Red Bands.
Yep.
But she's super stoked about it. I mean, she's, like you said, on cloud nine. She already called my brother and was like, hey, so when I perform at Cowboy Stadium, will you come see me?
Hell
Nobody's offered this to
Okay.
her. She is 8,000 steps ahead of herself. But yeah,
she kind of sounds like
loving it.
my mom. I got a mom just like that. Very high energy, very kind of embarrassing, but you got to love it kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's having the time of her life.
Yeah, that's all fun. That's great. I love it.
So she hasn't really come to you and been like, oh, I'm getting all these comments. Like, I don't know what to do. Like nothing negative from mama.
The only negative thing is the people that think she actually has an OnlyFans, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
I told her she needs to make an OnlyFans and just put her music on there.
Yeah.
And just charge
Yeah.
people like $5 a month because she doesn't have a social media team. And she's like, I can't afford one. I'm like, if you get a $5 OnlyFans and are just posting like clips of you singing and stuff like that, there's enough people that follow her that would pay that it would fund her social media team. Like,
Yeah.
so we're working on strategies.
Very cool, man. I mean, you are owed at least 50% of whatever she's getting from these Spotify streams. So hopefully you're getting that. And
The day after the episode came out, she Venmo'd me. It's like, you don't need to do that.
Oh, that's nice.
classy. Jack, you got some more questions?
I think that's it. It was mainly about her mom. You dove into most of it. Oh yeah, there was something about the boyfriend dick thing.
Yeah.
So were you really told that?
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
boyfriend dick.
I've been told that.
So do you have a bit about
Yeah.
that, or are you just working that into the conversation, or? Oh,
We got a little freeze. We're going to get him back, though. We're going to get him back.
do have a bit about it. But did I freeze up?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're back now. Now you're good.
Here.
Yeah, it's all good.
Am I back?
Yep,
Am I
you're
back?
back. You're back. Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You're
Where
fine.
did y'all lose me at?
He was asking you if you have a bit about the boyfriend dick.
Yeah. So there is a bit about that, but that is also a true thing I was told by an ex-girlfriend.
So what is that exactly? 6.5? What are we talking here?
I wish, dude.
She's a sweetheart.
Nah.
Listen to her telling you that. Oh, that's nice of her.
Oh no, she was trying to say it in like a dogging me way. I was joking around. I was like, I'm like swanging over here. She was like, it's a boyfriend dick at best. I was like,
Wow.
what does that even mean? And then she explained it to me.
Yeah, that's funnier.
Oh, yeah, and I had something else written down here. So Red Band was kind of borderline trying to hit on your mom a little bit. I had an idea. You're a redhead, right? You're a redhead.
Yeah.
How about you team up with William Montgomery and you tag team his mom, okay? If it ever comes to that, I think you got that as an option. If it ever comes to that, Red Band's still sniffing around, you got to team up with
Hey,
Will.
I've been known to date some single moms, so I'm down. Let's make it happen. I don't know about tag teaming with William. I don't know what I'd catch, but
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Red Band's mom has been getting it drugged through the mud for years and years. So he probably just wanted to return the favor to somebody.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, he's been super sweet to my mom. They've actually DM'd back and forth.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
I do love Red Band. He's a legend in the podcasting world for sure.
oh, for sure.
And-
Absolutely.
Let's say she got like really famous. We're talking Carrie Underwood. Would it bother you?
Only if I'd have to open for her.
Yeah.
No,
That'd
I
be a
mean,
tough crowd.
honestly, if she's killing it, it helps everybody. So I don't think it would bother me. We'll see. We'll see what that level of fame would do to her. The results of it might be what bothers me.
Cool. Well, that's all we got for your mom. All right, we're gonna move on from the mom there.
You got that big joke book
do it.
on you?
Oh no, not with me. It's in my bag, packed away somewhere.
Do you use it for your jokes?
I write in my phone and I
Okay.
write on stage. So no, I just kept it as a memento. I'll put it. It'll be safely kept somewhere.
Yeah, they all got something
eventually.
different
It's
on
still-
them, so we're trying to get people to show them to us.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
send y'all. I'll send y'all a picture of it when I get home.
Perfect. Then we'll just kind of put it in post.
Yeah, I can do that for y'all.
Because you're one of the few guys who we've talked to who got a big joke book. We're normally dealing with small joke book guys, so it's kind of nice to have a real comedian on here. And I was wondering, what are some of your earliest comedic influences? We're talking movies that you grew up watching. We're talking stand-ups that you really like, early stuff that you grew up with.
That's a good question. So I'm younger. I'm 25. So like
comedians. Oh yeah, real young.
Yeah, so comedians that were big for me growing up. I was a big Tosh guy. Obviously, like I loved Tosh.0, but I also loved his specials on Comedy Central. I mean, I was probably in like middle school, 6th grade, somewhere around there when Kevin Hart really started popping off. Like those early specials, I loved those. Mulaney was big for me.
Oh yeah.
I would say getting into stand-up, the stand-up comedians that really like got me pumped to try it was Segura was a really big one.
Wow. I don't think anyone liked Segura like that. So you really got inspired by Tom Segura?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a storytelling guy. So the storyteller comics were really what I enjoyed. Like before I saw like the Seguras, the Kreischers, the Jim Jeffries of the world, even Jim a little bit doesn't really fit the bill for what I'm about to describe. But like I thought like stand-up was, oh, you have to talk about social issues, you have to talk about political issues, you have to talk about things going on in the zeitgeist. And then I saw like Segura and I saw Kreischer. I was like, oh wait, it can just be like stories about like you and your family. Like it could be stories about like your dating life, things like that. I was like, oh, I could do that. Like I was never the guy that was like, I'm going to talk about politics or social issues. Like that never interested me. But then when I saw those guys, I was like, oh, that's also stand up. And that's actually something I'd be interested in doing.
Nice. And who is your favorite Kill Tony regular?
Kill Tony regular.
Even the new guys, even like Ari and like all of the guys they got now.
I'm gonna be loyal to my fellow Dallas native, and I'm gonna say Drew Nickens.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna talk about that too. So that's actually perfect segue because I was looking at your Instagram. You are followed by Drew Nickens, so I was like, they must know each other. So what's your relationship with Drew Nickens?
Oh, I mean, we've just been doing stand-up together. He's been in the Dallas-Fort Worth scene as long as I have, probably longer than me. So yeah, I mean, we've done shows together. We've been at open mics together. Drew used to work with a girl I went to high school with, so we had a weird connection outside of comedy. Yeah, Drew and I are cool. I mean, as you can tell on Kill Tony, he's the best dude on the planet, like the sweetest guy in the world.
He seems really sweet.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like everybody loves Drew.
Yeah, the Kill Tony fans are really starting to turn on him. How's he handling that?
I mean, he's so positive about everything.
Because of course it's not all hate. He has a lot of positive feedback too.
But just who he is as a person, it's like, I'm sure it affects him. But you would never know from talking to him.
Nice. I mean, he's always,
he's always smiling, hugging everybody, like talking up everybody, like compliments out the wazoo. The dude is just always positive.
How many times have you booked him on your Kickback Comedy?
I have not booked him on my Kickback Comedy show. No, we've only had, this is our 4th show coming up this week. I did not have the chance to book him before he became a Kill Tony regular. And now that he is a Kill Tony regular, I cannot afford him.
Okay, so, no way.
That's crazy.
That's some good behind the scenes right there.
Tony has rules once you become a regular on how, like, your minimum pay.
Wow. You can't tell us, can you?
No.
Okay. That'd be great. But yeah, Drew Nickens, I mean, another life transformed by the great Tony Hinchcliffe. You know what I mean?
Well, 100%.
How often do you sign up for Kill Tony?
So the episode I got on was my first time signing up in 2.5 years. The last time I'd signed up, I had also gotten on. So I technically got on 2 times in a row. They were just 2.5 years apart.
Oh wait, I haven't seen your other appearance.
Oh, you have been on? Yeah. I haven't seen it either. I got to check that out. What episode was that? Do you remember?
Asana Mod was the guest. It was still when it was at Vulcan.
We'll find it. And
I was a little baby in comedy back then too. Like I was so like in the interview, had no idea what to do. It was not a good move to go on that early as a comic.
That's why you were a little more prepared this time. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Any behind the scenes moments that we should know about? Because who knows what could have happened on that night? Anything at the bar across the street? Anything behind that curtain?
Oh, I mean, I was behind the curtain actually longer than I was supposed to be. Well, fun fact. So I got called over during Chloe's set.
Oh yeah, she did great.
She crushed. She's amazing. So typically you get called over, you get to the mothership, you're across the street at another bar, you run over to the mothership, they metal detect you in the back, take everything off of you, you leave it in a bucket with security, and then you go sit behind the curtain and you catch the last like 3-4 minutes of the interview usually. I got called over, got behind the curtain, 3 to 4 minutes left in Chloe's interview. She's killing. And the producer's like, all right, you're next. Like when they call your name, we're going to open the curtain. You're going to go out. You start your minute. It's like, okay, cool. So they're wrapping up the interview and I see Aaron Belisle coming up the stairs.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
were right after Aaron. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I was like, this is weird. Like, why is he walking up right now? So Chloe's interview ends. Chloe walks off stage. Nobody's told me anything. Aaron's just standing here. I'm standing here. So I'm like, okay, I'm going next. I guess Aaron's following me. And then they call the name and I like step in front of Aaron and they're like, Aaron Belisle. And I'm like, oh crap. So I step back and the producer's like, oh, my bad. You got bumped. So I am having to sit behind the curtain for like 15 minutes. And you're like so nervous the whole time. I'm pacing. Like there's a camera there. I'm sure they have a video of me just pacing the hallway behind the curtain.
I would be so nervous, bro. I don't know how you did it. Iron nerves. It really seemed like you handled it perfectly.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, once you get up there, it's like the only thing you can do is what you're prepared to do. So, yeah, I mean, it makes it a little bit easier if you have the material, you know what you want to talk about, things like that. Free balling it up there is what's hard.
Yeah, seriously, right? Well, we don't have that much more for you. Don't want to take too much of your time. What comedy club are you at right now?
I'm currently outside of a bar.
Okay, it's like an open mic.
Yeah, it's just a bar open mic. It's called the Bearded Monk. Yeah, cool little spot in Denton. They do only craft beer, local craft beer on tap, and then they sell cases of local craft beer.
Very cool. We do a bunch of beer reviews, so definitely subscribe if you like that kind of thing. All right, definitely subscribe. And anything else you want to tell our fans before we let you go? We're going to let you do your thing at this open mic.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Jacob Marshall Comedy. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I run multiple shows in Fort Worth. I'm on shows all the time in Dallas, Plano, all over the area. And I go down to Austin multiple times a year, so you can catch me there too. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you for the time. It was great meeting y'all. And I'll get y'all a picture of that Big Joke book as soon as I get home tonight. So.
Sweet.
All right, Jacob. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. And yeah, thanks again.
Guys.
Later.
Hey, that was Jacob. That was pretty awesome. What do you think about that, Jack?
What a friendly gentleman.
Yeah, it really is. Class act. He was raised right. That mom did something right for sure.
I was just about to shout out his mom for raising him right. That's so funny.
I mean, it's the truth, man. He's a class act. I could tell.